I'd say that my biggest issue ended up being my health. You know, you go to the doctor and they tell you things are going wrong. I was carrying a lot of extra weight, carrying it in all the wrong places. My blood pressure was very high. I was going to be started on medication. I had sleep apnea. I was using a sleep machine, and the quality of life had gone down. I wasn't as active as I used to be. I used to do a lot of stuff. I've got a family of 4 kids, getting out doing things, and it just, the way I was stopping me from enjoying the things that I was doing for years past. So I was managing my health issues. Like I said, I had a sleep machine and was doing all that, but it was in September, Labor Day weekend. A friend of my daughter's was getting married, and I went to their wedding. It was an outdoor wedding. And it was a hot day, not normally hot, but you know, it was warm. And I was there in my suit and tie, and I was the only guy sitting there that was just dripping with sweat. I could look at my shirt, it was all down my shirt. I was sweating, and I'm just sitting there looking at myself like, this is horrible. And that was my TSM turning point. From that point I said, you know what, I got to do something about that. And that's when I showed up here. Gone up in weight, down in weight, had riding the roller coaster that so many people do, and I think a friend of mine recommended I come here, did a proper assessment. It was a good experience, and you know, it has a very different vibe here than what it does at the other places. It's a lot more relaxed. People are forthcoming. You can get a lot of good advice, you know, and just lean on the people that are here to help you get to those goals. You know, everybody has obstacles. I certainly had a lot of obstacles. My biggest obstacle was eating. I love to eat. You know, I didn't get to be as big as I was because I wasn't exercising. I got to be as big as I was because I was eating way too much. And you know what, they provide you guidance on that as well, because you know the exercise is only going to do so much for you, but it's the rest of it, the nutrition and everything else that you do, that's going to help you actually get to the goals that you want to get to, and you know, they provide all that for you. Well, for the first time I was back skiing Whistler with my kids in March, so that was, you know, a big thing, and I'm more active. I sleep better. I don't have a CPAP machine anymore. My blood pressure's 117/74. I'm, you know, probably in some of the best shape that I've been since I was probably 20 years old. So you know, I feel better now. Just everything around my life is so much better. Much more energy, much more attentive. You can get out and do a lot more things. Confidence, you got to talk about confidence. I deal with management people all the time, and I was always the guy hiding in the corner. I'm not that guy anymore, because you get that back when you feel good about yourself. It's about the battle in your brain more than anything else. I think once you win that battle in your brain and you set out to go and do it, then your body will follow. The battle of the body is actually the easy part. The brain part is more difficult. And I think trying to overcome that is don't try to boil the ocean. Try to do small little things, and you know, make weekly changes in what you do in your life when it comes to, you know, eating and exercise. You can't do everything all at once, but I think if you find one thing you can change every week, you change something, and then the next week you move on to something else, but don't try to do everything all at one time, because then you're just going to set yourself up for failure, I find.